for the wild card map.
Please.
We already knew there's going to be like 30 of the 36 teams alive into the final couple circles. But if City is the final circle, good grief. We might see all 36. I don't know. But folks, if you've never seen a wildcard map, it's pretty simple. You heard the analysts talk about it. Stay alive. If you win this map, you make finals. Period. End of sentence. There is nothing else to talk about. So kills, they're great. Staying alive, awesome. When you're gulag, heck yeah, you're right back into the map. It is all about surviving. So will we see slower paced gameplay? Certainly. Will it still be mad entertaining? Definitely. I'm excited to see if maybe a couple teams get mixy, but right now it's all about surviving. And I think the desk called it perfectly, Tiff. It is resource management. You know we need like 5 PDSs going into the final circle at least. You cannot burn those early. You've got to have cash. You've got to have resources.
The chances of us seeing some insanely cheesy things this map are possible. And I'm not even going to judge any of it. I don't care if you win with 1 or you win with 20. Whatever it is that gets you to that global LAN finals, no holds barred. Do what it takes. And if you want to duke it out at the top of City here, so be it.
Whatever it takes, nothing given, everything earned. All of our mottos today, certainly the case. Just last team alive. We'll try to shout out the first team to be cut down as Super Rob, maybe the first player eliminated from this lobby. It's going to be pretty difficult. We'll give you as much info as possible. Reminder, if you want to watch it yourself, one more time, on the YouTube Call of Duty stream, you'll see the map view at all times. You'll be able to see some of our players. But looks like Lawlet able to get the better of another to try to even this up to a 2v2. But again, you don't have to take these fights. You want to. You want to wipe some teams early. You want resources, but you don't have to. So some of these teams are going to be playing a bit more scared.
I was really curious if we'd see some teams kind of start trying to land on others and completely shake it up. Well, regardless, that means Team Tommy, they're going to have Bazaar free because B-Mark, you know, just chilling. But for the squads that are going here, and DSAV had some really solid moments over in our 5-game series, but regardless, it doesn't matter. And Shaded Step, OP Mark, Reed Boy, we saw them have success kind of in some of those earlier rounds of our group and bracket stages. Can they lock it in for the wildcard match?
Yeah, that's the fun part about wildcard. Shout out to whoever thought of this, by the way, because it is like the trio YOLO, right? It is the only thing that matters is winning. So you see several of these gunfights, but they don't matter unless you get fully eliminated. Nothing matters besides winning. So as much as we can talk stats, as much as we want to break everything down, as much as we're going to talk about the points, it doesn't matter. Now, the first team eliminated at least to the gulag is going to be that Reed Boy team. But if there's any team that can stabilize and go for a win, it's certainly that one. So you can't count anyone out until the final seconds. Probably the final second of this map.
All right, Penix, Super Rob, Lawlet have been chilling up here on the crane for the time being, and is finally gonna go a little bit lower. We saw that Reed Boy squad get wiped and head to the gulag, and it looks like we are 2 for 2 on losing so far. Might be down to the final one.
And again, I feel like you and I, just for the next like 15, 20 minutes, this is kind of what we talked about last year. We just gotta sit back and have a great time, you know? There's really no theory crafting we can do right now aside from zone. So I do want to show the map. It does look like we have a team fully eliminated, folks. Alert, alert. I see 35 out of 36. Who is it? Squad 27 out of here. Wait, they're fully eliminated. They lost their gulags. I think that's OP Mark's team. OP Mark is fully eliminated out of this lobby. Reed Boy gone. No chance of making global finals. They're the first team to fall. Wow, wasn't expecting that one.
If Frankie were here, she'd hand a spoon, and that's tough. That's tough.
That is tough indeed. But yeah, what I was saying, Tim, we're just gonna be yapping, having a grand old time, hanging out with chat, maybe. Chat, who do you got? All right, I'm going Ryda. Who do you have to win it all? Maybe IQ Arrays? Solidify? Strong team.
It's true, this team could very well do it, and they've got control of the train, and I'm trying to see kind of where that puts them for now. You know, pretty solid, right? I'm looking at that Z Colors roster. They're kind of still running it back with the suburbs. They're gonna have to go north. It does kind of bounce back towards the north, where we could see some people start to get a little confused, right? And the same thing happened to us in one of our 5-game series, right? Where people are like, do we commit to the cargo side? Do we commit to the soccer field side? Do we go Old Town? And I guess if I'm a player right now, I'd be farming recon contracts.
I think that's a great call. Recon contracts is a huge boon. You've got to know where the circle is. Chocolate gonna head to the gulag. Not a full wipe off the map, but to the gulag we go. Yeah, I think information gathering, resource management, they're always important for Warzone, but in the wildcard map, they are the most important things. Information, I mean, I think recon drones in your hand is a great way to gain information, especially as you get near to like mid-late game. Scout out which buildings have already been taken. But yeah, I think those recons can give you a big boon of knowing where the final circle will be, because as our map is continuing to get smaller and smaller, right now it's pretty central, looking like cargo-ish, which means we're probably not ending in city. It would be cool to see a bridge ending, though. Who knows?
Don't wish that upon us. I mean, you know what? Yeah, let's get all the chaos. Let's go center up on that sea town area on the south side of cargo. Especially this. Make sure this is included in our final. I want water. You think back to North America, right? This was the second wild card that we got last year. The first one was EMEA, right? We had in that village area on Al Mazrah, it was just the layer cake ending. And people were just full sending out into the open, and we're just like, what in the world is happening? Well, first off, Zulz gets ripped out of the LTV. GG go next. A Vexo over there, now, you know, claiming a little bit of piece of that. But this is the area of the map that I want to see included in that final zone.
That was a great obs.
Hey, hang on. Come back.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
Wait.
You realize.
They just went to the gulag. It's fine.
Sure.
They're not done yet. Look.
Go's just chalked, guys. His predictions are chalked. He is the caster curse here, okay?
We're fine. 35 out of 36 still means Picnic is still alive. If somebody wants to help me out for production, try to find that team. I don't know where they are. Thank you. Oh, gosh.
There they are.
They're not in the gulag. Picnic's just
hanging
floating.
on by a thread, bro. Hey, a thread.
Tiff, I believe, okay? I still believe in this team. They have a ton of chem. They've played together for years. I think this team can restabilize. The problem is Picnic needs some more cash to buy back a teammate. And frankly, with 35 teams still on the map, I don't know where you go from here. Yeah, this is my team to win it all. And so far, not so good.
You know what? This is nice, right? Go for the hidden caches. It's a good way to find yourself some quality equipment right off the rip. And if you lock in a self-res, sure, it'll fend off a push for like 0.07 seconds. Because if someone wants to fool you, they are. Now, the squad on the opposing side of him, that's Stable J, Green Doze, Freddy roster. You know how many second places they got throughout our first series? Wouldn't it be wild if the one map they clutch up is the wild card?
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, Stable J did it on land. I mean, get him back to land, see what he can do. Uh-oh.
Destroy's already there.
No! I was so wrong.
Do you want to go again? Do you want to go again and take a different prediction? Like, I'll give you that.
I feel like it's early enough. Nobody's watching, right? I could just retweet a new winner, and I think I still have a chance, right? Golly, that hurts my soul. Okay, off the dome, we're going IQ and Erase on top with Solidify. They made a sub, they dropped Dez, and that team was looking strong early game of this tournament. That's my new pick, but yeah, well, definitely not going back to back. Quite opposite sides of the coin this time around. Whoops.
If they are the next squad to get wiped, I think they're going to have a real bounty and a bone to pick with you, but it's totally fine.
Yeah, well, I believe in the boys. I almost picked Rob and IQ, by the way. Almost chose that duo. Another duo has been playing together since like early Verdesk. Solidifies really strong too, and I chose the Picnic side, and I have made a mistake. That's on me.
It's fine. Mistakes were made. But for this mop, Icy Scopes, Milko Jones, trying to hit a rotation. And when you rotate into Tommy, Teeny, man, that roster, not a roster that you want to kind of go up against this early on. They immediately recognize the resistance that they're getting. And we're just going to filter on across this bridge, which if you guys play a lot of zombies, this is a real top tier zone here. Tier number 3. I don't know who wants to be the mega abomination over here, but it might be Green Doze and Stable J.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Tiff. I don't understand half your references, but I know.
Sir, do you not play Call of Duty?
No. When you talk about anime, okay, this is what happens.
That was not anime, but yeah.
Sorry, I missed the call. Then I was just saying I was gonna give you the bit of the. I know a lot of folks at home understand a lot of those references, so I was gonna give you credit there and just say that I was missing.
I do love it though.
Okay, great. I thought maybe you said gulag or something, and I heard some other word I've never heard in my life, so my bad.
It's fine. Sometimes I speak a different language. It's just not French, you know? It's not French.
Somebody in chat said, nah, don't curse them. All right, my bad, man. Like,
see, that's what I'm saying. The caster curse go hard, but this roster, okay. So let's be real here. It's the very real possibility that one of our teams is not going to, maybe they'll have been new to LAN. Maybe this is the first time gracing the stage. But there's a lot of people that we are so used to seeing in the upper echelon of competitive Call of Duty, not going to be on that global LAN finals. They're going to be at home, turning on the watch parties, and we're going to see all the FOMO tweets on the timeline, and I am so not ready for it.
I know. Well, job's not done. Still an opportunity to make, but only one. Quick look at our map, by the way. You can take a look at it on YouTube as well. It is still fairly central. We should see a new zone here shortly. In about 20 seconds, we'll start moving, and I'm thinking cargo. That's where I'm thinking here.
I like it.
I'm thinking cargo is going to be in zone, which is still a lot of cover. It's not city, don't get me wrong, but it's still a good zone, and there's several teams already there. I'm seeing like roughly around 10 of our squads have predicted cargo or gotten recons. But look how much of this next zone, Tiff, as we see it top left, is out in the open. It's those kind of like hilly mountain ranges right outside north of cargo as we watch
Outpost.
Devo in trouble. Yeah, there's a lot of wide open space there. If you can kind of play the berms, you're okay, but not a lot of buildings.
Yeah, while we got this on your screen right here, it looks like we're going to disengage for a bit. You call it right. If you take control of Outpost right now, there is a good chance that you can clutch things up. And Intex, Mutex believe they've got the buildings just to the north. They're already there. They're trying to make a play for it. Raided's team kind of overextended towards the Seaport District, and Dame Different, your map winners in one of the series from the earlier, they're working on this regain. We saw Zulz get ripped out of that LTV early, and when Dame Different was on that interview, he was like, yo, Zulz has the gunny. So that immediate buyback is going to be Zulz. Does have the cash to get famous Kima back. But for now, we have to really worry about our safety, about getting to that buy station without being punished for it.
Yeah, I agree. But to the gulag we go, because frankly, these are the most important gulags of your life. We'll take a look back at some of those fights here shortly when we get a chance. But here's an overhead view of all the teams here in cargo. And there's a lot of them. Everybody holding down a different building, a different position on the map. Try to figure out where this next zone will go. Some of them might know already, but I spot my second pick. I'll just call my first. Nobody paid attention to the first part of the broadcast anyways. IQ Array Solidifier in a really good spot in zone, kind of near the edge-ish, up inside of north of cargo. So watch out for that, but to the gulag we go, because these are important, and Magoo makes that one look easy.
You love to see it. Still only 2 squads have fallen. Tommy's still up and at him, picking up eliminations. That Fnatic roster getting into the mix. I also just saw Nico Infinite's name out towards the right-hand side of things, but for Hixers and Infamous down to a duo. Has the cash to be able to get drifts back, but we seem to have a kind of tough thing here. Someone just flies in, rips their high ground and wheels. Well, he's got to get out of the gulag.
Back to the gulag. Again, these are super important, especially if you can have all 3 alive. How about a shotgun? Why not? See him in the gulag every once in a while. Why not use it? Nope. Goes for the AR and gets slammed. Milko on top of wheels there. Unfortunate, but another gulag. His teammate there as well. And wait, this is make or break, Tiff. I think this is make or break. No, Scripta is alive, so they do have a teammate into the gulag as well. Needs to win against Joe Gang. Does get it. Still alive. Woo. Okay.
Man, these gulags, they're so scary. This brings me back to like the very first ever solo YOLO, because it feels like that. But Finesse on the opposing side. Here's Scripta's side. If they can go 2 for 2 on the gulags, they'd be quite nice. But not able to seal the deal just yet. We are pulling out all the works here.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be all in the back of Sween. Does have nearly $12,000 though, so quick double buy back. Does get it off in time, but Shero was ready for that one. Only gets 1 off in time. Will's gonna have to restabilize. Now, our zone is getting a lot smaller. We are on the hill north of cargo. This land, we see all the pine trees and this like radio tower. This is what we're talking about. This is the in circle, and the only team really isolated in the circle out on the hill kill already. That's Team 25 in the green. That's Stimper, Purity, and Crafty. You can see them there kind of blending in with the surrounding terrain on our map view. Other than that, most everybody else is coming through cargo. I'm seeing like 20 teams in cargo, all battling and jockeying for position, where only 3 have the spot inside a zone. Look at that, Team 22, 15-2. Those are the teams to watch already in zone in cargo, holding this position. Everyone wants those buildings right now.
All right, let's group on up, get on to in and start gatekeeping. Honestly, I still love Intex, Mutex, Believe. I love their positioning. They've been holding that compound of outposts, and now they do have to finally move. If they can win this big fight on that northern side, they will be one of the only squads rotating in from the north, where the majority of our squads are going to be collapsing on this southern side of cargo.
Yeah, this is utter chaos, and frankly, I think you're right. Northside is definitely the place to be right now, and it's Mutex's team up there. Team 12 Fnatic still in this, and I don't know necessarily the best spot in the new zone, but right now, I love where Fnatic is at. I love where Mutex is at. Those are the teams to watch out for and see what they're able to do on the map with a fairly free and clear rotation. And Fnatic is now dead center of zone, and Mutex's team is carving through the north side of this zone while this chaos is happening in front of us on the south side.
This is so scary. And Greendo, Staple J, I think they're missing out on Freddy unless he's in a different building. But we're finally top 30 squads. We've lost out on 6, and Circle 5 is about to start closing. That Clutch Belk roster went under fire from Team Mutex, loses another. Swish'em gets fooled by Twitty, and now Mop and Icy Scopes, the duo, just trying to hang out here, bide their time. But I think we're gonna go down to like 10 rosters, maybe 12 here in the next 40 seconds.
Oh yeah, it's utter chaos right now on the south side of the zone, but here's a look on the eastern side of the zone, and look who it is. Fnatic dead center by themselves for the most part. A couple teams trying to kind of advance into their position, and they're being warded off at least for now. The problem with that position by Fnatic getting there early is you will get pinched if you're not careful, so they've got to watch all of the angles they can get shot from and do it in kind. But here's the action. Here is the density of all the rest of the teams all slammed together in a tiny little sandwich, and they are falling left, right, and center, doing everything they can to get an advantage, but they can't find it. There's just too many.
Tommy's wiped, done and out, went out of the hands of Prospect for Z Colors, Attract, and Rias. You've got to hold on. We're in the gas, and Greendo, Stable J, playing spoiler. Can Rias clutch it on up?
Wow. Attract gone, Riaz gone. That's a full team wipe for that team. Sharo gone. If you're a fan of that Devo squad, they played great, but not great enough. Here is Fnatic, center of zone, battling. Everyone wants their position. They're right dead center of the zone, prepared for anything portable by in kind. Kills don't matter, but they're finding plenty. This is what they needed the rest of the tournament. Where has this been? They get position and they're finding kills, but all that matters is winning, and they get the zone pull. They're the only team in zone. Look who's creeping up. It's Mutex making a move. Omega down. Fnatic in trouble. Mutex swinging in from the north side. It's going to be Mutex on the north, Fnatic on the south, now moving center.
Look, if you're going to hang in from the north and clear everything out. Now, you think about this really quick. Just a couple of days ago in a tournament, this squad won no maps except the very last one. Maybe they're just got that game number 6 energy. Doesn't matter what it is. And if that's the case, and this is the one they convert on when there's 8 squads remaining, they just need to be better than 7 more squads. And it may not have been pretty, but it could get you there.
Fnatic is in this top 10. Look at who's left. They have a vehicle. They have all 3 alive. They wiped out one of their main competitions with that Mutex squad. I thought the Mutex team might win it there because of their positioning, and they knew it, so they immediately swung on that team with C4s and smokes, and they won the encounter. They've got a great spot. The problem is all eyes are on them. Lollet pushed the equation. Mortar, C4s, and everything in between. Omit Tinox trying to make a play. Unfortunately, a couple C4s tears him down. Noob's going huge in the final moments here where he's the only one on his feet. He's got 2 in front of him, 1 low. He's got to win the 1v2, and he backs back up to the PDS. An extremely smart play to stay alive. He and Almond, now the old tried and true duo, some of the top Warzone players of all time. They're not on global finals yet. They're in trouble. It's Lollet making a huge play. Fnatic is out of here. They're gone. We've got a console player in the final fight all by himself.
Holy, down to the final 3. Lollet a solo. You got Colony 2K. Watch Waldo and Nickel on the other side. Going under fire, trying to take a little bit of pressure here. But look at that wrap. They're the ones that are going for that early rotate, and it might just save them, especially when you have that 3v3v1. But Quay, Taj, Ant on your screen, they're the ones that are going to have to put that pressure onto that Colony 2K roster.
Tiff, the final moments are a 3v3v1. Lalit on console all by himself. Could he potentially pull this out? I don't think so, but he could play spoiler to one of these two teams of threes. And right now, this looks like a free win for the Nick Cool team. They've got zone positioning. They've got to win the 3v3. It's a true 3v3. This is Call of Duty. Make a play right now. Watch Waldo on the wrap. We lose Nick Cool. It's a 2v2. Takes out one, takes out the second, and the victory. Watch Waldo. Nick Cool. They're headed to land. Well done, gentlemen. Welcome to the grand finals. Colony 2K on top.
Imagine clutching up one of the craziest zones for a wild card, an all or nothing type of map. Colony 2K, watch Waldo and Nick Wool just clutching it on up. You love to see it.
I'll say this about Super Evan. He was wrong about every single selection except for the wild card. Well done, gentlemen. Colony 2K. Watch Waldo, Nick Cool. A crazy story bringing in the IGL Nick Cool. It worked, then it didn't work. All things were falling apart. But in the final moments, I can only imagine with Nick Cool as the IG